Hello, everybody. My name is Ponkers, and welcome back. And guess what I'm doing right now? I am creating a YouTube video. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. I'm making a YouTube video, and why is that significant? Why is this? Why am I mentioning this now instead of all the other times I've made a video? Because I feel like in today's society, we consume more than we create. And that's a problem. And let me tell you why. If we take this back all the way to the 1300s, somewhere in Europe, pretty much everywhere in Europe, I think, there was something called the Renaissance. And I'm sure most of you have heard of this, but this was a great revolution in creation, in humanism, in literature, in art, in all things deep in the finer things. A deep dive into things that are larger than ourselves. We created some of the most world-renowned paintings, books, music, like all of this was all happening in this period of time. People were waking up. They were realizing that creating something gives you this sense of purpose, this sense of legacy. It provides a deeper fulfillment than just consuming. Now, fast forward about 700 years or something, and we're here today, where the rise of Instagram and TikTok and Twitter has taken over our lifespans and our attention spans. Now we no longer have this feeling to create. We are numbed to death by the constant slap of dopamine in the face that social media gives us. That swipe is just a slap in the face to our dopamine receptors. It's waking them up over and over and over again. And yet we never stop and think, why don't we create instead of consume? It's not something that we talk about enough. And I know people still create to this day. Obviously, I'm not saying people don't create. We have so much. We've had the most music and art and books that we've ever had in any point in human history. All right. But I'm saying a lot of people in my age range specifically, I don't know about older generations, but Gen Z and below, I think we're going to lose this grasp of the joy of creation. I think this is something that people forget about and look over, and is just all around very, very underrated. The joy of creation is something that I cannot understate, and it's something that so widely surpasses the joy of consuming. The joy of consuming is this quick slap burst, like I said before, a quick slap in the face. When creating is this all-encompassing feeling of leaving something behind or making something to reach and connect with other people. Create what you love and create what you wish already existed. This is something I've heard about a lot from artists and musicians. If there's a song that you wish was made, then make it yourself. That's what I've been trying to do, making my own music here and there. Nothing crazy, of course, but I think I challenge you to just create something. I challenge you to find a creative passion, interest, or hobby to just really dive into and surround yourself with. Surrounding yourself in the arts is another thing that is underrated. And I'm not saying that consuming is bad, all right? I'm not saying that consuming is necessarily a bad thing. In terms of social media, it definitely can be, but like, we're talking about museums, we're talking about books, we're talking about music, listening to music, reading books, looking at art. Like, this is consuming. And I'm not saying these are bad things. These are amazing. These are enlightening. These help us think more. It can be a real joy to consume. I would never knock consuming as something negative that we need to stop doing. What I'm saying here is that we should get a better balance of the two. I noticed this in my life in my early teenage years, middle teenage years, when I was spending so much time on social media and not really creating. Once I picked up a guitar for the first time, trying to learn a King Cruel song, I realized how fun it was to just do something myself. Even if it wasn't as beautiful and magnificent as the OG GOAT Archie Marshall himself, playing a song of his on my own and making it my own was really inspiring. And it led to me wanting to learn more and more songs and eventually making my own songs. And now it's one of my favorite hobbies to do, is guitar. And that's one perfect example of how we can use consuming to better our lives. Not just to consume, but to inspire. Inspire us to make, inspire us to create. We use consumption as a tool to understand what we love and what we hate, and we take what we love and we take what we wish existed that we wish we could love, combine the two, and there you go. You've got creation. Imagine, just think about this for a second. Imagine if everyone in society all created something of their own. Everybody made music and uploaded it to Spotify. You and your friends could get together and show each other the songs you made on Spotify and make playlists and listen to it. Or you and your friends write books together. You write, hell, fan fictions. Why not? We get on fucking let's take this shit to Wattpad. All right. And you show your friends your stupid or silly or wonderful or really deep or thought-provoking pieces of literature. Not to knock down fan fictions or anything, but I have bad experiences. The world would be so much full of color and inspiration if we all created the things that we love instead of just wasting away consuming, not in a healthy sense. Consuming on Instagram, consuming on TikTok, consuming on these social media platforms. A lot of the things we're taking in is just people complaining. It's just people complaining about things in life, or just a quick laugh here and there with memes or whatever. You're not really getting inspired to create something or to think deeper about something or some part or aspect of your life. And that is something I wish we just really focused on and just thought a little bit deeper about. Once I realized this myself in my own life, I started to create so much more. I make YouTube videos, I create music, I draw, I make little edits, skate edits or whatever, and I do photography. All of these different hobbies have really inspired me to consume in the more positive manners. I found myself going to art museums more and more and really taking in what I'm viewing and seeing it for a bit more than what it is. And I think that's helped me grow and learn as an individual. I think creating and healthy consuming are things that we can all use to better our lives in our more creative aspects. Creativity is one of the greatest parts about being a human. Being able to see or imagine something that you want to exist and then just poofing it into reality. Putting in that time and effort to make something that you feel really proud of and that's really special and connect to lots of people around the world. Like YouTube. And look, if you're doubting yourself, if you think I can't write music or I can't write a book or I can't draw for anything, look, if I can do it, this fucking guy, you can do it too. Don't be discouraged. Of course you're going to be horrible at the beginning. Go back to my first YouTube video and call me a good YouTuber. I'll wait. I dare you. I dare you. I really dare you. Or I will show you, if you want, I will show you the first drawing I ever made. And you will laugh so hard. It's horrible. Absolutely terrible. The first time I tried to draw anything realistic and put effort into it was horrible. It was terrible. Absolutely awful. First photo I ever took on a camera, absolutely worthless. I have no idea anything about photography at all. The first time I made a song, oh my gosh, I will never share that with anyone in my entire life, dude. That was so bad. Oh my gosh. The point is, right? We all create something and we all start from somewhere. You've heard me preach this a million times, I'm sure, or other people, but we all start from somewhere, but we have to start. All right, you just gotta start. It doesn't matter how awful or terrible your piece of media is, right? Whatever it is, it's gonna be terrible at first. But if you enjoy making it, if you have fun doing it, then why would you stop? Why would you quit just because you're bad right now? And you might go on social media and find someone else who's just the greatest artist of all time and compare yourself to them. But you have to remember, these people were probably worse than you at some point, okay? They built their skills up and they did it over time, over the course of years and years and years. And they've mastered their art, and now you look up to them and you see them on social media or whatnot, or you see them in the museum, or you're listening to their songs. I really just want you guys to feel a sense of passion and fulfillment that you don't really get from consuming. I think if we all did this, we'd all live happier lives. That's all I have for today. Music recommendation of the day is going to go to Lady in the Blue Dress by Senses Fail. Let's go, Senses Fail. I love this band so much. They had a song in Guitar Hero, so I've been listening to this band since I was maybe like 5 years old. Love Senses Fail. I just saw them live a couple months ago, and it changed my life. Love, love, love Senses Fail. So you guys need to go check out Senses Fail. You could also listen to Can't Be Saved by Senses Fail. That's probably my favorite song by them, but I just got into Lady in the Blue Dress more recently, so I just wanted to bring it up in terms of things I've been into recently. I've been listening to this song on repeat the past couple days, and I think you will too if you go check them out, so please go do that. And don't be afraid to start creating and consume with the thought of inspiration. Consume healthy, use it to inspire yourself to then create something or whatever. I wanted to leave this off on some poignant note, but I don't know what I'm saying. You guys get the point. Whatever. Live life the way you want to, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.